Okay, so welcome back to the second match of this Pokemon Conquest challenge against Mike Fouchet. As you can see, now he switched up his deck, I switched up my deck. I was forced to switch deck simply because I won with the electric. So once you win with a deck, that is the only rule here. Once you win with a deck, you can no longer use it. And this time around, we are going to be using, wow, my hands are starting to be really, really stellar. We are going to be using the Fairies deck, the Mega Diancie deck, which did get top 16 at Orlando Regionals. At Arizona Regionals, and wow. Seems like we are up against a Vileplume deck of sorts. Probably Vileplume Toolbox, so we are in for a lot of trouble here, guys, because he's gonna deny our max potions, he's gonna deny our Verse Seekers, and not only that, our starting hand is absolutely atrocious. So this might actually be a really quick win for Mike if he gets a good enough setup. The extra card from the mulligan plus my draw could potentially help us get out of this situation. The second energy kind of helps, but not really. And he does start Oddish, but we're just gonna attach and pass, just like the previous game, which we did end up winning, but not good here, guys. Definitely not good. Regice is a big problem. Completely shuts down our deck, kind of. Jolteon is another big problem. And having no access to max potions and other things is also a really big problem. So I feel like out of all the decks I chose, this is the one that I'm gonna struggle the most with. First off, because it's so different and so unknown to me, if you will, but also because it has a ton of different tools at their disposal. It has a ton of different tools at its disposal, but finding the exact scenario, the right play, etc., without too much experience with the deck might actually be a bit of a problem. So he did discard a TC, which is good news for us. He's gonna attach a Prism immediately to Oddish, which means he's trying to get to draw the most out of Shaman, I guess. He goes for a Gloom though, and wow, Prism Energy is a card I have not seen in quite a while. Yeah, Prism Energy provides every type of basic energy when attached to a basic Pokemon. Yep, so there's a Regice. He managed to put down his hand all the way down to one card for the Shaman, which is obviously really good, and will most likely get him out of the rut he was in and allow him to get that turn 1 Vileplume potentially. The Prism Energy is very interesting, and he's gonna be able to retreat and save the Oddish. Missing the energy drop is definitely good for us. Shaman for 2 once again indicates a kind of bad situation for him. Probably not worse than ours, but still not great. And he's gonna be able to evolve at least into Gloom, maybe even Vileplume already, and completely shut us down. And he does decide to promote Jolteon, which makes sense. It does have free retreat. And yeah, Regice is the biggest issue here. Regice is the absolute biggest concern. Oh wow. Okay, so odds are he will find the Vileplume at this rate. Thankfully, he can only attach 1 energy per turn. That's the only good thing we have going for us, I think. I guess Aromatisse could potentially hurt Regice if we had any sort of setup, but now Mikey got the Vileplume into play and passes, so and we top deck a good out in any other situation except where your opponent gets a turn 1 Vileplume. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. These dead hands. Yep, there's an energy on the Regice. And man, just look at the max potions, look at the Berserkers. That computer search top deck would have been incredible. It generally would have been really good. I mean, Mikey already has played 1 AC. And he's going to end. Okay, so apparently his hand is not great either. Once again, Mikey decides to save us from our horrible hand. And wow, our hand is still horrible. Definitely still horrible. But at least we get a Xerneas off of this. So, Xerneas deals 100 damage. I'm gonna save the stadium and I'm gonna deal more damage to a Jolteon, or I could put more energy into play. Those are the two things I could do here. But then yeah, I think getting energy into play is better here. Okay, that will force me to play down my stadium. But I feel like using Geomancy here is really, really a better strategy than damaging that Jolteon. So I'm gonna place an energy on Aromatisse, I'm gonna place an energy on Mewtwo, and if Mikey brings up Regice to attack, I can deal damage with Xerneas, and I can also deal damage with Aromatisse. So that would be really good. We have outs to the Regice. Worst case scenario, if you will. Well, maybe not so much. Would he want to attack with Regice right now, though? Okay, he will. Okay, makes sense. There's a Prism, and there's a Resistance Blizzard. So he will do-it KO by Xerneas. So if I pass on to energy, okay, I get a Colress. That's very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna attach the energy to the active for now, and I will Colress here for 6 cards. And let's see what else I get. Okay, another Spritzee. That's good news. That is definitely good news. Best news would have been a stadium, that's for sure. I'm gonna Fairy Transfer the energy, nope, the energy from Aromatisse onto the active to deal 100 damage. I'm not a huge fan of this because that will give Mike 2 more turns. But with Pokemon Fan Club, I could potentially find my Mega Diancie. Could potentially find my Mega Diancie. So I guess I Rainbow Spear here. Yep. 100 damage. And the next turn I can get a KO with Aromatisse. And maybe find one of my 4 Fairy Gardens so that I can retreat the turn after that. Energy on Jolteon, that worries me a bit. He will for sure take the KO here with Resistance Blizzard. That's his absolute best play. But at least I have a way to damage the Regice. At least I have a way to damage the Regice. Okay. AC, that's cool. That is definitely cool here. Okay. So I'm gonna use Pokemon Fan Club. With the Fan Club, I could... Okay, so Diancie is not available to us. Why? Man. The one match we need. I mean, why do you even run a 1-1 Mega Diancie line anyways? Ah! Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Now I'm in a lot of trouble because I have no access to Mega Diancie. Man. That was really bad. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I will fairy transfer the energy onto Aromatisse to get the KO. At least I can play with the AC in order to deal more damage to a Jolteon. Ideally Mikey doesn't find the TCE, but I generally think he will have it. Or we find Diancie here. Nope. And that's gonna be the only prize we're gonna draw for a while. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh boy. Ah, man, the one game you wanna showcase. Oh boy. The one game you wanna showcase Mega Diancie, and it's prized. Ninja Boy for Trevenant is interesting. I generally thought he was gonna Ninja Boy the active to get the KO on Aromatisse. Okay. So I won't be able to retreat my Aromatisse next turn. That is perfectly fine by me. That is absolutely perfectly fine by me. Because I do have AC. So I can AC up the active Aromatisse. Basically, now I need to set up like 3 Aromatisse and conserve my energy really, really well. I can't, however, risk... wow, I was about to click AC. I can't risk the Aromatisse getting KO'd. Okay. And I have to be aware of the AC here. Promote the Mewtwo. I'm gonna deal 120 damage to the Trevenant, which is awesome. And yeah, Aromatisse Swarm, guys. Aromatisse Swarm is the new thing today. Okay. So he shouldn't be able to easily retreat the Trevenant, or if he does, he will not be able to attack with Jolteon. So getting the 2 prizes off of Trevenant gives me a 40% chance to find my Diancie, which is what I'm aiming for. I need the Mega Diancie to have a really good shot here. If I can't find the Mega Diancie, I am going to really, really struggle. Mike's damage output is really low. He doesn't do anything. He literally doesn't do anything else, which I am very glad about. Okay, so I'm gonna... I mean, I could end. I could definitely end here. But then... this 40% chance. If I end and then draw my 2 prizes, might give me a better hand, might not, but it might actually give Mike something useful, and we know he's struggling right now, so I'm choosing not to end here. Please Diancie, please Diancie, please Diancie. Yes, yes. Okay, finding the Mega is still gonna be an issue, but at least we have the Diancie now. At least we have the Diancie, and we have 2 Aromatisse set up, which is cool. And if for some reason Mike cannot find the DCE, Diancie's attack would actually be really useful here, because we need another energy to KO Shaman. But if he were to, he's not gonna promote Vileplume, and Gloom also gets KO'd. So I would imagine he promotes Gloom, most likely. Wow. After seeing our starting hand, I'm really surprised we are currently in this position. Man, this format is really cool. This format is generally really cool because you don't know what deck your opponent's gonna use. They don't know what you're gonna use, aside from the ones that have already been winners from both sides. So this is really interesting. Last time around we did start 1-0, I think. Then Mikey turned it around 2-1, and then I went up all the way to 4-2, and then he won the 7th match, and then I won the 8th match. Okay, so there's an Yveltal. Attaches a rainbow, and wow, promotes Vileplume. Okay, so I don't need to one-hit KO the Vileplume, so I'm gonna play this safe. I don't want Yveltal EX to surprise me with a one-hit KO, so I'm gonna conserve my energy on the Diancie, and I mean, I'm in no hurry, I think. I want to, well, maybe Vileplume has, okay, let me think. If he found a way, if he had AC, if he's baiting me into an AC, okay, I'm gonna deal 60 damage. I'm gonna probably end up 3-hit KOing this Vileplume, but let me just think quickly. Evil Ball does 20 plus 20 for each energy on both, so he will deal 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage. Huh, I don't think I can risk this. I don't think I can risk this. But I mean, he hasn't shown to have the TCE, otherwise he would have already attacked with Jolteon. So I guess we're fine doing this. Basically, I want to 3-hit KO the Vileplume, and I want my last hit to use Mewtwo with only 2 energy rather than 3. So that's why I deal the first attack with 3 energy, because that's the safest hit most likely. And then in the next 2 turns, I will simply conserve my energy. Wow, he straight up Sycamores. So let's see. Yeah, his hand was absolute trash. He discarded a Gloom, a Jolteon, and the Computer Search, 2 DCs in the discard pile, 3 Prism. We see a Rainbow Energy. I don't know how many energy he runs, most likely 10, like the current standard Vileplume box. There's the TCE. So now, now we definitely need 100% the Mega Diancie. Definitely need the Mega Diancie. If I get a KO on Vileplume here, he probably replaces the Vileplume immediately. Probably replaces the Vileplume immediately. He might have an AC ready to go next turn as well to prevent that from happening. So maybe KOing him is a good idea. I could KO with Diancie EX. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Gonna go with my safe. If I could, I mean, if he doesn't replace the Vileplume, or if he doesn't find a counter stadium, but no, I can't counter. I need the stadium for a crucial turn. How many ends has he played? Just the one. He has played one of each supporter here. This is so tough. I want the stadium for a turn where I can retreat and promote an Aromatisse to attack a Jolteon. Yep, there's the AC, which makes sense. Maybe I'll end up regretting not KOing there. Maybe I should have taken the KO with Diancie. I generally do not know. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the KO with Diancie. Now we know he has a Forest of Giant Plants. There's an Oddish. There's a Gloom. And there's the Vileplume once again. Man, if we could only draw a Sycamore. Drawing a Sycamore would be amazing. But that's not a Sycamore. Okay. So that 40 damage is actually really crucial, because we tweet KO the Jolteon here. So I'm gonna play down the Fairy Garden. I'm going to free retreat into Aromatisse, and I'm gonna potentially 2-hit KO the active Jolteon EX. If I had dealt that 60 damage to the Jolteon, then maybe maybe I wouldn't be having so much trouble. Do I end here? I mean, Mike has 5 cards. And I could. I guess I will end here. Whatever. Yep. I mean, I'll probably draw trash anyways, but there is a chance I will find. Wow, supporters. That's nice. That is actually really nice. And I do remove the Forest of Giant Plants we did know he had in his hand. So maybe he won't find another Forest of Giant Plants. And that will, like, keeping the Fairy Garden in play this turn would be huge. Nope, immediately replaces. So that I wouldn't lose the energy in retreating. Now, if he we're gonna need another attacker. We are going to need another attacker. Aromatisse, even with the resistance, definitely doesn't survive a hit from Yveltal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, minus 20. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yveltal is a huge threat here. Mike has used 2 ACs. I don't know how many he does have. I actually don't know how many he does have. If he doesn't have an energy this turn, and doesn't take the KO on Aromatisse, man, just having 1 more energy would be great. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's very few energy left in my deck. There's very few energy left in my deck. He's definitely not gonna attack with Jolteon though this turn, I think. Ugh. Wow, he's gonna grab 2 prizes here. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay. That's not good news, guys. That is not good news. So, the only thing we can promote is the Aromatisse. We will KO the Jolteon. And I guess the N will now hurt him a little bit. But with this Lysander, I wish I wasn't getting rid of the Lysander. But I have to end here. I have to end to try and prevent him from getting that energy. I do find a Lysander, which is nice. And I find Sylveon. So I'm gonna bench the Sylveon for now. And let's see what we get off of our prizes. We could potentially finally find a Sycamore. The Lysander could also buy us crucial turns here. And we are down to 1 prize. And we find the energy. Okay, if Mike doesn't end us, we have the win here. Because we Lysander KO the Gloom or a Shaymin EX because there is a stadium in play. So Diancie actually takes a prize here. With, as you can see, Wonder Stage does 60 more damage if there's a stadium card in play. There's Majerna, that's fine. Wow, Majerna is actually scary. He has the end off of the 3 cards. Can he get an energy though? Whew. I don't think he should have conceded there. I mean, I didn't have a way to KO, but wow, that was intense. That was very, very intense. Wow. So we're up 2-0, guys. We are up 2-0. We cannot use this deck anymore either. I am glad I got to showcase it off. And I will see you guys in the next match.